good. So you were able to stop by after all. Quick question. Are you busy at all today? Wonderful. Absolutely spectacular. Do you think you could help me with something then? No. Absolutely nothing to do with physical experiments on the Titans, I promise. No. I seem to have run into a slight issue with my reports and my observations and my field notes, and, well, I was hoping you could help me organize them. At first blush, it doesn't seem like a difficult task, but, well, there was some mold on one of the covers of my journals, and I had to remove all of the pages, and I was hurrying, and that may or may not have led to all of my research and my notes getting completely disorganized. And then the same thing happened to all of my other journals containing reports on experiments, reports on expeditions, essentially everything I've ever written. Yes, and there's a very specific way that I want to organize things. For example, notes on expeditions will go in one area, and then reports on experiments with a certain Titan, and then so on and so forth, stuff like that. The issue is, first I need to sort it like that, and then I need to put everything into chronological order, and I've been at it for an hour, and this is all that I've gotten done so far. Yeah, I could really use your help. Do you think it would be okay if you assisted me? Thank you so much. You are a lifesaver. Yeah, come in. Alright, how about you start with this stack, and then I'll start with this one, okay? Alright, wonderful. Let's get to work. Oh, do you have any plans for tomorrow or any assignments at all? Well, I ask because we have 2 new Titans, and I was hoping that I could introduce you to them. Of course. It's perfectly fine if you don't feel comfortable doing that. I was just curious, and, since we're stuck doing an extremely tedious, boring, dull task, I thought might as well try to lighten the mood with a bit of small talk. Unfortunately, I'm not very good at it, and it's not really small talk if everything that I talk about is Titans, and Titans really aren't that small. That was my poor attempt at making a joke. Although I'm sure you can agree, at least my jokes are better than Levi's. Let's be honest, he puts on a stoic front, but he has the sense of humor of a toddler. It seems that everything he jokes about is bathroom humor. Honestly, what is that? He's an adult man, for crying out loud. I'm glad that you're at least enjoying yourself now. Of course, feel free to read what you're looking over. You might have to in order to, you know, figure out what pile it's supposed to be in, because sometimes, most times actually, I'm not the most organized person and it's difficult to tell what's what. Huh? I don't remember ever writing anything like that. Let me see. That's nothing. Absolutely nothing. I'll be taking that. Uh, don't worry about it. Nothing. Don't even worry about it. That may have been what it looked like, but, I didn't write that. Nope. Oh, here's what must have happened. I must have taken that from a book that I was reading, because the cover probably had mold on it, and I was really worried that it would also be destroyed or damaged in some way. It must have gotten mixed up in all of this. Just, pretend you never saw that. Yes, the person that those words were describing does sound an awful lot like you, don't they? Funny how that happens. I know what you must think of me. You probably think that I'm creepy or insane for writing something like that about you. But can you really blame me? I mean, I know it's inappropriate given my position and your position, but, well, you're a very kind, caring, strong, intelligent person. So, how could I resist dreaming about having a relationship with you? Holding you in my arms, kissing you, telling you how important you are to me, how much I care about you. I'm sorry if I've made you uncomfortable by telling you all of this. I really am sorry. I promise I would never act on those feelings unless I was given your consent, of course. Yes? Oh. Right. Of course, I completely understand. And I agree. Given our line of work, it doesn't really make sense to fall in love. Or be in a relationship at all. And if I had any control over my emotions, which Levi can attest, I have absolutely no control, I wouldn't have fallen for you in the first place. Not because I think there's something wrong with you, of course, it's just because, well, I don't want to get attached to anyone that I could lose very easily, and with how much I care about you, sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night crying, and I realize that I was having a nightmare. It's always the same one. I have nightmares that you die. The horrifying thing is that you're close to me. I can hear you screaming for help. But I can't see you. I can't find you. And just when I think I'm close enough to save you, the screaming stops. I hear the Titan that grabbed you walking away. And when I finally find where you were, all that's left is a bloody, mangled cape. Being so attached to you, it's dangerous in this line of work. So believe me, I completely understand why you don't want to have a relationship with anyone. I'm not upset about it. I'm not offended. I understand. It does make me a bit sad, of course, knowing that our duties are what keeps you from me. But as long as I'm still able to keep you safe, that's all that really matters. And as long as you know that I care about you. Maybe it's a good thing that you figured this out accidentally. I was trying to work up the nerve to tell you. Of course, I was expecting rejection, just not for this reason. It's kind of funny. I walk up to Titans. I pat them on the head. I talk to them, tell them stories. I treat them like my children. And Moblet can confirm I've almost been eaten several times in the past week. And in total, I've almost died hundreds of times. And I was never afraid. But the idea of telling you how I feel, the thought of being rejected, it scared me so much, I was somehow able to keep my mouth shut about the whole thing. Weird, huh? Huh? What? Are you serious? Honey, I don't want you to try to force things. I don't want you to think that you have to create feelings for me when you don't have them. But what about what you said about not wanting to be in a relationship? I guess you have a point there. I have made it this far, somehow. And with all of the crazy stunts I pull, something tells me I'm not going to face a regular death very soon. And I've shown, time and again, that I can protect you. I can keep you safe. You and I aren't going anywhere anytime soon. You're sure that you want to do this? You're sure you want to be in a relationship with this psychopath right here? Alright then. I'm glad we're giving this a try. I should have told you sooner. But thank goodness you found that diary entry of mine. I almost wonder. I wonder. Maybe I thought it was an accident, putting that page in the pile. But maybe it was my subconscious telling me to go for it. The human mind is a confusing thing. Who knows what really happened? Either way, I couldn't be happier about the outcome.